What's going on, everybody? Adachi here. We're back with a new LC update. Sorry for no uploads this week or this past week. I've been super busy, real life stuff, you know. I gotta make sure there's food on the table and whatnot, so I apologize for that, but I do have some plans in the making. But for now, I'm gonna cover the new LC update, starting with the Valentine's Bash, the second part. The only thing really cool about this second part is the fact that they actually, I think they refreshed the shop, so there's more stuff in the shop, and then they added on another tier of rewards up to 1,000,000 points. So, I mean, if you're into that, to get those out of the way, we're going to have until the 19th. So we got about a week left for that second part. Next, we have the training field. We all know what the training field is. The units this time are going to be Phal, Goroth, and then the story units. It's going to be going on for a couple weeks, but I mean, fucking these dates, man, I feel like they get them wrong half the time. This might only be good for a week, so I mean, it says 2 weeks, but maybe just expect a week, who knows? And as stated just a minute ago, we did get Phal. This is the next new units into the game. Phal is going to come with Caldeena the Great and the rare arc Man-Made Ether. And then we got this new one, Target Pickup Gacha. If anybody watched my beginner's guide, or saw that, you know, way back when, I actually went over in the beginner's guide that there were some paid only banners where I think, well, I'm not gonna say I know for sure, but there were some paid only banners that where you could get guaranteed like one arc on a set of certain arcs that you can get through, paid bulls only, and so we're getting a similar one like that now. On rate up, it looks like we're going to get Shin and Lukiel, and then Great Temple Maja, and then Archangel Blessing. Two types here. We have 3k paid once a day for one multi-pull. It's going to guarantee you one of the pickup units or one of the pickup arcs here. Or you can do the 1k paid crystals, which is, you know, a discounted pull and not too bad a deal to get one multi for 10k or 1k gems, which is just akin to doing your daily pulls, 100 pulls a day. It'll get you one 10 spin, and if you get an SSR unit in the last slot, it will be a pickup. So the guaranteed, I'm assuming it's a banner where you're like get an SR or higher. So that last slot is probably the guaranteed one, and if that ends up being an SSR, which means your rates are actually just a little bit lower to get that guaranteed pickup in that last slot there. But it'll guarantee it if it is the SR or higher spot there. We got some new packs, blah blah blah, and we do need to check real quick on this banner because I haven't taken a look myself yet. Where is the Phal banner? Why is this? Of course, the paid banner is the first one that shows up when you open up the gacha menu, not the new sparkly unit. I just want to check the rate up here, and holy shit, it's not advertised, but rate up on Phal is also 1.5. Now, I'm going to be super surprised when we get into Serios if he's going to be on this new 1.5% joint they're doing. So honestly, like, kudos to you, Idis. I mean, I like the new rate ups here. I'm not interested in Phal or Summoner Lena personally, but if you continue to do this, at least for like non-limited units like Vaughn's banner, Serios' banner going forward, etc., you know, the new Hot Thunder Sevia, I'd be super down with that. That'd be pretty dope. And then I just want to take a look at this real quick, and looks like pretty standard, like regular rate ups here. So 0.5 and then probably 0.8 on the arcs. Yes, 0.8 on the arcs. All right, and I wanted to go over this real quick. I think they had a new retweet follow post. If you're on Twitter, and you know, it's not a big deal. Just you know, follow their Twitter page and then retweet out whatever tweet it is. They probably have it pinned or something like that. And then we're gonna get some new rewards right there. Got a Mother Soul pack. So this is the big whale pack that they do here and there. The $80 pack is, you know, good deal for. I mean, not a good deal for anybody else besides, you know, the heavy spenders. But you know, the standard crystal stuff, and then 300 Mother Souls is gonna be the bonus that you get a few days later. And then going into the new banner, Phal herself, as well as the two new arcs here. So we can see on this banner, we're going to have boosted souls for dupes again, so get multiple Phals, you're going to get those 90 souls, and then arc ether percent from 5 to 10% for the Caldeena, and then the man-made ether right here. Oh, and it turns out I was wrong. This is cool. This is really cool. I didn't even notice this, but the arc boosted rate is also up, so it's 1.5% for the arc too. That's pretty sick actually, so that way you can kind of just aim for the arcs here and then not have to worry about trying to get an off banner later on. So that's good. I like those. Those are good to see. All right, but getting into the arcs. Here with Caldeena the Great, restores the HP of all party members with each item drop from the enemy, increases the maximum HP of all party members by 10%, and greatly restores HP and casts a barrier when you are close to death, only once per whip. So this is going to be pretty neat to have, especially for something like Tower. I keep saying that because that's like the only difficult content we get, but that's a pretty neat thing right there. Greatly restoring HP and casting a barrier when you're close to death. So really good for those bosses, especially I think the wall boss might have some like guaranteed, like at certain thresholds where he's going to, you know, throw your HP down real low. And this will help give you that extra chance to, I don't know, pop an Yggdrasil or, you know, a God Heal, Star Heal, whichever one's the AoE time stop one. And then looking at the skills here, we have Star Heal, Healing Boost, HP up 3, Skill Charge 2, as long as this is low SC, this isn't too bad, but restore some SCT in the top right skill at the start of the battle, so kinda neat, kinda not neat. And we have Fast Magic Circle, automatically activates Intermediate Magic Circle at the start of the battle. Again, if this is not high SC, this is not bad, but seeing as how it's only Intermediate, Intermediate is the lower one, I believe, so it's like 2 or 3 MP every like 5 seconds or something like that, not that crazy. But as long as it's low SC, that's going to be really good. And then the final skill is going to be God Heal, which is just going to recover a lot of HP to a single ally, so basically like a full heal most likely. Overall, you know, obviously this is going to be really meant for your healers out there. I don't think that this arc is a must-pull whatsoever. I think it's pretty alright, but the passive itself is going to be pretty good for something like Towers specifically, so up to you whether you want to pull this one or not. I don't think that this is a must-pull whatsoever. And then going into the next arc, Man-Made Ether, light magic damage plus 20% at max HP, plus 3% chance of research skills activating, so like blind research, silence research, things like that. Boost to max HP as time passes during each wave up to a cap of 30%. Pretty niche. I don't know a whole lot of situations where that'd be really good, but interesting. That makes the arc a little more interesting right there. And then of course the light magic damage up is also pretty good. I think you can get this as off other arcs though, so not that insane. The skills it'll teach is Astral Ray at level 1. It'll teach Backfire, Magic up 2, Light Boost, and then Soul Spark. Sacrifice self and inflict a powerful light attack on all enemies becoming incapacitated after use. Overall, I gotta say that this is not a good arc. This is not a good arc whatsoever. It's very niche with the passive here. And the abilities, I think you can get most of these from other arcs already besides Soul Spark, so yeah, not that you're aiming for a rare arc anyway, but just as my review of it in general right there. The only thing I don't like with the description of Soul Spark here specifically, I'm going to assume it's a magic attack, but it just says powerful light attack on all enemies. It doesn't specify whether this is physical or magical damage, and it could potentially, if it is magic damage, it could potentially be the highest multiplier on a light spell, so it could outshine Shining Zoke, but overall that'd be, once again, a pretty niche thing right there. Maybe good to have on like a farming team or something like that, just so you can like spam out a wave real quick. I'm not really sure of a lot of situations yet. Maybe with bosses you can coordinate this a little better though. Alright, now taking a look at the newly added stuff in the event. Honestly, I don't remember where the cutoff on the points was on the last part of the event. I don't remember if the Ethereum was already here. I think the Ethereum was already here. If so, and all we're getting is 30 more Mother Souls and then 3 SR Plus tickets. The point rewards are kind of whatever as far as really need to push those out. So as long as you get the Ethereum, I think you're pretty set. But if, I mean, you know, if you want to do it, then go ahead and go for the rest of that. And then they did refresh. Yep, we're getting the clusters back. We're getting 1 cluster of each at least with no rainbow cluster. They added, I don't know if this is me or that's me. I'm not sure, but they added back rainbows, tier 3 crystals, probably some more tier 2s. I doubt. Wait, they did. Oh shoot. Did they change it? Oh my goodness. Well, if you didn't get a chance at it before, it sucks to suck. They changed it. Only 150 of the fragments here. Actually, this is 2, so this is 300. No more of the unlimited amount of your tier 1s. So I mean, if you really needed tier 1s, I hope you kind of clean shop right there. But then they did add in 3 more tickets here, time limited tickets. Good to see, good to see. And this is what I like to see. They need to do this more often. I don't like having to buy them one by one, but 400 for just 30 Mother Souls straight up. You don't have to sit here and come back and just buy a bunch of them. Now it's just all in one nice stack, so that's good to see. And then 1 new piece of gear, lovely headband and accessory with 10 defense, 10 mind while fighting in mountain strength plus 10%. Absolutely nothing significant about this this here whatsoever. This kind of just takes up an accessory slot and is not very good. I mean, it says strength plus 10% with plus 10 defense, plus 10 mind. For a unit that really wants that 10% strength, this almost seems like worthless stats to have, so overall this is not a very good accessory in my opinion. And then new trading field, new shop, same old stuff, nothing to really note of in here. I need a beer after this one. I just recorded this 3 times and I was not recording. Okay, getting into Phal for the 3rd time. Her S1 Spark Layer is going to be a lightning imbued ability where she's going to fire into a direct line in front of herself, so this is just going to pierce through all those enemies and hit them all there as long as you're hitting that direct spot. Her S2 Skyhound, another lightning imbued ability, which is going to be something that's going to build a gap between herself and the enemy, and she's going to hit them with a bunch of lightning strikes there. Really cool. This is one of the reasons why I like her over Rugal himself, because she actually has a way to kind of push herself away from enemies, which is definitely what an archer would want. They can't really combo very well. Her S3, Mirageable, is just going to be a huge cone. This is going to be one of the biggest abilities in the game, I believe, and it doesn't look like there is actually any elements imbued into that. Her S4, Experian, is going to increase her own movement speed, and then it's going to hit a large lightning AoE around a single target. This is pretty huge, almost hits the entire map. You just gotta be cognizant of where the enemies are placed. And unfortunately, IS has decided not to include the skills and the passives and whatnot in the news thing anymore, so I have to go back to some translations. So starting off with her first passive, Godspeed Archer, at the time of a basic attack, there's a chance that you're going to do more damage. That's pretty much it. I don't know if this actually increases like hit count. Maybe that could be the case. Maybe it just boosts damage period on the basic attack. Not really sure, but more damage. And her second passive, Charge Shot, basically all this does is boost the damage of a skill depending on the amount of stock that you have in it. So if you're using a skill that has a max stock of 3, you use that skill once at 3 stocks, you're going to do more damage, and it's going to go down depending on the stock amount you have. So as it gets lower, you do less damage. And then her notable passives that she's going to gain is going to be Pose of Glory, Aim Vitals, both great to have on pretty much any physical DPS, Lightning Critical, which we'll get into in a minute, Paralysis Study, which is just a chance to stun the enemies there, Fast Critical, which is really cool to have. Not much SC save there, but the critical buff at the start of every wave is really cool. Next is Maglion, which is going to save you 11 SC, pretty much a staple for any physical DPS archer. And I believe that this is only available on the Divine Bow Starlord, so really cool that she already has this inner kit in case you don't have the arc itself. All that this does is increase damage if you're depending on your range. So the further away you are from the enemy, you're going to do more damage. So really good to have. And last is Lightning Attack Raise, another 11 SC. You have a lightning imbued weapon equipped, you use your S1, S2, or S4, boom, more damage. And then the spell she has is going to be Thunderbolts, Intermediate and Advanced Magic Circles, and then Lightning Gauge and Balza Riser. I go over these because she can actually be built both ways. Her MP is going to be roughly around Prim's MP, and then her intelligence is only about 20 underneath Dyne. So she's not going to be the best mage, but she's actually going to be a really good sustainable mage. She has it all in her kit if she wants to go physical or magic, just depending on your own desires there. So I personally didn't know this coming from JP because I didn't know really anything about these new archer units. So it's really cool that she can actually go both ways there. Overall, I think Phal is a pretty decent unit. I'm personally not a big fan of archers, but I do think that this banner is going to be one of your best chances to go ahead and actually get Phal or the Art Caldeena if you want to get those specifically and not get them on an off banner. Overall, not a must pull, but if you really like her design, you want you want to play with an archer, and you just like her kit in general, then you know, go for it. But definitely not a must pull. All right, and that about wraps up this week's update. Up next, we should have Vaughn, is what I'm guessing. It seems like they're just kind of getting all these units out of the way now before we start getting more into the more interesting units like Sarios and then the future Descent of Heroes banners. So, hope this helped you guys out. Appreciate every one of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.